After the 21 days, did you feel like you wanted to go back to normal sex, like you'd been doing an extreme diet?
I was hooked. I was definitely hooked on this after a few days already. My sex life was so much better. I felt so much more connected to my partner. It was a bit weird at first not to have my standard way of having sex. I needed to reinvent my whole sexuality, kind of.
Did you want to go back to it like you're sort of waiting for when you're going to give in?
Yeah, no, definitely not. No, I wanted more of this, so I was hooked on it, on the non-coming and on the tantric practice, and my sex life increased dramatically, the quality of it, and I had so much better connection to my partner, and I felt I wanted more of this. So I was very curious. I felt a little bit like Harry Potter, when he finds out he's a magician. He has this magic wand and stuff happens, and so for me, I wanted to go to Hogwarts. I wanted to see what it was all about. So I enrolled and went to my first TNT workshop, and I never went back to the coming again.
What are the biggest challenges to staying sexual while not coming? Can you still relate to that question even?
Well, yeah, for sure. Because it's it's a bit like nail biting. I mean, you stop biting your fingernails, but it's difficult because your nails are always there. So if you want to stop coming on your clit or stop ejaculating, but you want to keep sexually active to build up your sexual energy, it's difficult because you're having sex, right? But at the same time, that's also the fun thing, is that you learn to master your urge. You learn to master your point of no return. You get really, really aware of your body. I was to notice when you get too hot, if you get too horny. If I in the start, I would, or if I'm especially if I'm with a new partner that I don't know so well, then I will also tell the person, like, hey, let's monitor each other a bit. Like, let's try and not go above 80% of what our, let's call it, maximum horniness would be. That you pace yourself a bit in the start until you know your body better. And then you can start to surf a bit closer to the edge. But that was for me like a really big learning to figure out where is my edge, to learn that when I'm too close to the edge, learn to slow down, learn to relax my pussy, relax all the muscles in my genitals, in my legs, and also to recognize it in the person who's fucking me. Because sometimes they will go into the rabbit fucking or jackhammer mode. Then you can also, then I will also get more aware of telling them to slow down, or, just it takes two to tantra.
My experience when I started practicing not coming was that it was quite difficult to masturbate and stay away from having a clitoral orgasm, because I used to play with my clit a lot before, and it was very difficult if I started playing with my pussy to then stay away from my clit, or even when I played with my pussy, it started to kind of stimulate my clit, because the clit is quite big. So what I found really helped me was to start playing with my ass. So the first few days of the challenge, instead of going for my pussy, because it was so sensitive, I went for my ass, and I started to stretch my ass, and I didn't really have any anal experience. And I found that there was a different type of horniness there. So it was a lot of fun to play with my ass and take my time with that. And once I did it, I was able to go back to play with my pussy again without having too much focus on my clit.
I have a little bit of faith that, you're doing this, it's a good thing. I mean, okay, you stop something that is really, really good, right? Or that you think is really, really good. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I do think that for guys, ejaculation feels really nice, and for women, like clitoral orgasms feel nice, but if you just imagine that if you stop it for a certain amount of time, you might get bigger benefits. That's what helped me to know that, oh, I'm actually, I'm renunciating this, but for a bigger reward later.